you ever asked yourself why parents bash some of the songs that teenagers listen to? Not having a specific topic to talk about every time I turn on my camera is just fascinating, because I end up finding something to talk about in the long run. We just talk about it without having planned about it, and it's amazing. Sometimes you just have to listen to people because they might be needing an ear. They might need you just to listen to them and they'll feel better. So sometimes just sit and listen to them, because you don't know if you're helping them or you're helping yourself learn something. Like, it's a win-win situation either way. So without nothing in mind in particular, what I'm sharing today is about listening to people, like literally just listening. You remember that topic you had in, I don't know if it's in primary school or in kindergarten, of listening and speaking, or what was it called? Yeah, listening and speaking. So now it is time to practice it, because most of the people I have interacted with do not listen. They just respond or react instead of listening to what you're being told. You digest it first, and then you come up with a reaction instead of hearing without whatever you're being told. Listening, as I have been told, is a skill. I didn't think I'd ever find myself wanting to learn how to listen, because there's listening and there's hearing. One of them, which is listening, has more of an intention towards the words that you're being given. Like, when you're listening, you're going into the root of the meaning of the words that you're being given. But when you're hearing, you're just hearing without picking the words and calculating what they might try to mean and what angles that word has come from, or why has this person used this word. Like, it's more of being a detective from what you're being told by other people. Listening is a skill because you have to learn how to listen so that you can understand what you're being told. Like, you have to fully internalize some of the details that you're being told. Because when you listen, you can really pick out so many things about someone's character, their background, what they want to tell you, what they are trying to hint about what they are telling you. Like, when you listen to people with in-depth, like you seated, you're really listening to what they're saying, you get so much out of them, and it will cost you less bad reactions in terms of you not having heard what they said, but you just reacted. Most people fail because they don't listen, and most people fail because they give out reactions instead of perfect reactions. What does that even mean? They react according to their feelings or emotions instead of having to use their minds first before reacting. Because let's say someone has stolen from you, your first reaction will be you feel hurt, and you maybe try to get back at them and try to make them feel hurt also, instead of sitting down and asking yourself, why did this person steal from me? What led that person to steal from me? How was he able to access me and steal from me? Because if you access that reaction from that side, that angle, you'll be able to look at yourself and you'll understand, oh, maybe he stole from me because I left the money on the table. Maybe he stole from me because I'm too close to him. Maybe he stole from me because he can, and maybe you didn't put up the correct measures to keep yourself safe from being stolen from. So you should make it an objective to listen without reacting for a while. Because the moment you listen, you'll be able to decode most of the things that you're being told. You'll know where the person is standing when they talk to you. You will know why, maybe you might know why they used the approach that they used when they were talking to you. So listening is important because it will save you a lot of energy. This topic has come from, there's a song I was listening to. I can't remember, but it's a Kenyan song. And I was trying to understand the lyrics because most of these gengetons, you can't even figure out what they're talking about. because some of the words I don't even know, and the beats are just too noisy. And I was listening to it, I literally don't even know what that song means, and everyone is singing it, it is trending. Then I realized some of the things that happen to people is because they listen badly. Because the moment you sing a song that you do not even know what it means, you're imprinting that song into your mind. The moment your mind registers that, oh, this is the song that you're listening to, okay, let me try to show you the things that are in that song in your real life, because that is what your mind is seeing or is hearing every time when you listen to that song. So when you listen to a song, when you hear a song and you just sing it without even understanding who the artist is, why did they sing that song, or what do the words mean, like those two tiny details, you just find yourself singing a song you don't even know why the artist sang it. Maybe they sang it for someone who they wanted to kill, maybe they sang it to someone who they are in love with, maybe they sang it to someone who they're so hateful about. Yet some of us are just singing the songs mindlessly without even knowing the lyrics, because songs come from feelings, and feelings are very personal if you look at them from a spiritual level. Because if, let's say, I wake up tomorrow and I write a song about potatoes, well, I love potatoes. If I write a song about potatoes, I will write the song according to how I'm feeling about potatoes, and it won't matter about what any other person is feeling. So when I release the song, people who will resonate with that potato song will love it or will indulge with it because they love the potatoes and they know the song is about potatoes. And according to the lyrics, it might be a happy song, it might be a sad song, and yeah, the lyrics will show you what the song is about. The songs are very powerful tools for communication, because even in old times, like I used to read in storybooks that grandmothers and traditional people used to pass message through songs, meaning songs are very important in society and everywhere. Like they're just a big deal everywhere, songs. So that leads us to how to choose the songs that you want to listen to, because everything that you feed your mind is going to make you either a better person or just derail you. You might ask yourself, why am I not moving forward? Maybe it's because you're listening to a song that was written by someone who's depressed, and now the song is imprinted in your mind. You can't even remove that feeling from your mind because the song is there in your head. Or maybe the artist wrote the song just with malicious intentions, because most people don't try to decode the songs that you're singing. So when you sing that song, you just find yourself you're sad, or if you just have weird feelings. That means the song is not working for you and it has a different intention towards it. And we're talking about songs. When you research about frequencies and the frequencies, I am sorry, I read too much. When you research about frequencies and the frequencies that we're supposed to listen to as humans so that they can affect us positively, you'll find out that some of the songs that we listen to do not cater for our mental stability. The frequencies that are being used in that song do not go well with the human mind or the human psyche. So you'll find that some genres, let's say, I don't want to backlash anything, but there are some songs in the hip-hop genre that are not good for your brain. Like literally, they're not good for your brain. And when you listen to, you find yourself going to different behaviors that are not you, or just becoming weird, and people start looking at you like you're mad, and it's just the songs that you're listening to ignorantly without even cause. Maybe you don't even know the artist, you don't even know which songs the artist makes. You're there singing word to word of whatever they wrote. You don't even know, like, you're just listening to anything. Now, there's a friend of mine who taught me how to listen to songs, like literally. They sat me down and they told me, Omanga, this is how you're going to listen to songs from today. If it's a new song, mostly if it's a new song. Now, if it's a new song or it's a new artist, the first step you should do when you're listening to that song, sit down and only listen to the song. Do not even move, do not try to sing along, do not try to look for the lyrics, but just listen to the song. Like sit and listen to the song. Listen to the words, listen to the beats, listen to the vocals, the background music, everything. Listen to that. Then second time, listen to it again, but trying to figure out where the artist was when they're writing that song, or what intention does that song have. Because you might be listening to a song and you don't even know the intention of that song, because you mindlessly just sing without knowing what it means, or because you don't care. You're just happy, you're with the hype because it's a song. Now you know where the artist stands. Now you can do anything you want with the song. You can now start singing it or replicating it. Because when you look at the olden days, like if you've watched Vikings and Game of Thrones and those two olden movies, people who used to come up with songs never used to have crowds singing with them. Like they used to make original songs that if they're going to maybe a ball or those two king palace things, if they call a singer, they're usually a singer who no one else is singing with. Ni yeye pekee anaimba peke yake kwa that occasion, like they are the star. That is what music was originally, how originally music was. So now fast forward, things changed. People started making music that more people could vibe with and understood, and then people started singing along to artists' music because now they're familiar with them, they know them more, compared to olden days when music used to be like a luxury. There was this king, was it King David or King Saul? I don't know which king alikuwa anakuwa possessed at some point, and then they had to bring someone to play the harp for them or sing for them. I don't know, I'm not that conversant with the Bible, but there was that king. And when I remember that part of the Bible or that scripture, I noticed that music has a lot of influence on us, but we just take it for granted. Because if that king was being possessed and the only way he could calm down, is by being engaged with music, that is just awesome. Like I have even read articles of people who are healing themselves from different ailments just by using music or vibrations simply. There's an Indian tradition where they zungusha these two, they use sound vibrations for healing. So if you look at the vibrations that music bring into your body and into your mind and into your life, you'll be able to fine-tune the types of music that you listen to, because you will know maybe this vibration will make me sick, maybe this vibration will heal me, maybe this vibration will give me a different side, a shift on my perspective from what I'm used to. So yes, I forgot to say that music is vibration, and the vibration that you have is basically vibe. You hear people say vibes? Yes, those vibes are the vibrations that music comes with, and the vocal cords and just anything that has vibration. Have you ever asked yourself why parents bash some of the songs that teenagers listen to? Or your parents can come home and they find the TV has some weird songs and they're like, hizi ni nini mnasikizanga siku hizi? Watoto wa siku hizi. Like, parents are usually just correct. Ni vile some of us, when we were young, we used to see them as not cool because they don't know what we are listening to. As we are happy, we are jamming to music that we don't even know the origin, and our parents are like, these kids are just getting lost, but what can we do? Shout out to parents. Parents are really awesome people. Like parents wa kitambo, parents wa sahi, I don't know where the world will be. Because right now, Gen Z parents will be just, hey, I'm waiting to see Gen Zs as parents because the world will be upside down. Like, wow. Our parents used to listen to quality music. If you listen to African quality music, you will understand that music has a different vibe to it. It literally has an influence in your life and can impact you depending on the type of music that you're listening to. So I'd advocate for you to listen to most African artists au wa kitambo, akina Pepe Minambo is a musician. I don't know. Listen to African artists kama akina Eric Wainaina, Kidum, au ni Kenyans mostly, but you can also listen to Tanzanians, like Nigerians. Now I had diverted, but we'll come back to listening. So listening has a very impactful insight in your life. The ears that you have are really important. Mwenye masikio wasikie. And that saying, I never quite understood why people used to say that, mwenye masikio wasikie. And everyone had masikio. Like, why should you tell me that? And it's a fact. So when I looked back at that statement, I realized that it had a deeper meaning to the physical one that I was dwelling on. Because if you're being told mwenye masikio asikie, you're literally being told, use your mind to listen, not your ears. Use your mind to listen and decode whatever you're listening so that you can be able to understand and get a better reaction to what you're being told. And yeah, sometimes listening can be a cure to conversations or just talking to people, because sometimes I make my YouTube videos knowing that I will impact someone or they will feel a bit better, that there's someone who understands what they're feeling or something. I don't know. I just know that there's someone I'm talking to and I'm helping them through my YouTube video. So listening is, and through them listening to me, means they can pick up some words that I'm giving them and they'll know what to do with them. Maybe in their life, in their spiritual life, in their, I don't know, anywhere. So listening is very important and it's key to your well-being. So take the initiative to filter out what you're listening to and the people you're listening to. Listening is important, and I've given an example of music. Choose your music wisely. Don't just listen to anything and sing it out loud without knowing what it means. That is all for today.